Welcome everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a lender that operates a little bit differently. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today so we can go over a little bit about what makes us different and special. Once I go through a little overview, we'll pass it over to Kyle Hershey, our COO, who will show some of the back-end software and systems that we have and show how it all works. And then we'll close it out with Jose Gonzalez, our CSO, with 29 years of experience to put it in more of a traditional sense. So let me start by sharing my screen here. And hopefully most of you have checked out this page, but let me explain a little bit more about what we mean here. So we come from a different background. Myself and Kyle, we come from a marketing and technology background, generating leads at scale. So we're a little bit different here where we can earn up to 100% commission. And we're all about free leads at scale powered by our proprietary technology, CRM, POS, LOS, all built in together. So we come from a little bit of a different angle, spending millions of dollars on all the different platforms, pushing you guys different leads through our different systems. So a little bit different here. So why choose our team? We're not just a lender. Again, we're all about technology. So we've written every line of code for everything you're about to see. And it allows you to scale your business instantly by just plugging into our system, which is just plug and play to generate new leads from what you guys are already doing. As we mentioned, we're not your traditional bankers. We're trying to add to what you do every day by plugging into our system and allowing it to generate more leads for you all the time. First off, let's talk about the business model. We are approved with over 135 lenders and investors. We're always going to have the best rates and pricing. Typically, that's going to be one of our 5,000 plus in-house programs where we are the correspondent lender with our in-house investors. And if there's anything outside the box that we might not be able to do in-house, we have access to every other loan program that's out there. So we have conventional, VA, USDA, FHA, non-QM, DSCR, all that type of stuff we typically have in-house with the best options. And then we have all of our partners and lenders that we work with on wholesale basis for stuff outside the box, commercial, fix and flip, ground up, mixed use, CDFI, SBA, and everything else. And how do we make this all happen? Again, as I mentioned before, our proprietary technology. So we've written every line of code for what you're about to see here when Kyle takes over. And it all starts with our AI-powered lead generating website, which you're basically looking at a version of, which everybody gets their own version of instantly, with the POS, CRM, and LOS all built in for you. Now, again, this is software built for us, by us, for you guys. And that means one login for you and one login for your customer, no matter which one of our thousands of loan programs or hundreds of different lenders and investors we use. There's only one place you and your customers need to go at any time. And our leads, our prospects can instantly flow from just the general lead information to completing their own 1003, pulling their own credit, all that getting pulled into our system without you guys lifting a finger. And we do that with all of our API integrations. We have over 50 API integrations with all of our partners like Encompass, Optimal Blue, all the standard things you guys may be used to, but you never have to log into any of those. Everything is just the click of a button away in our system. We also have our plug and play automated social media posts where you just connect your social media and will automatically post compliant flyers and your own custom link to generate new leads for you every day. Just plug and play. And we have our AI built in. Our proprietary AI is called Calvin Dual Oz. So we obviously do our Dual Oz like many other platforms, but we have our Calvin AI analyze that as well. It's a very cool feature. And we have the AI plugged in all kinds of different ways here as well. Another thing we want to highlight here is our trainings and support. Since we're all remote based, we want to make sure we have everything at your fingertips at all times. So you can log into our remote based classroom learning center at any time. And you can also plug into our daily live video trainings, which are more like podcasts. So we do our daily mortgage rates live video podcast every morning, talk about the actual live rates, talk about different loan products. And then we have our weekly loan officer training video podcast as well, where we talk about specifics of loans, structure of loans, and all that kind of great stuff. Any of our team members can log into our live Zoom support during business hours. Again, we're all remote, but we want to make sure we can get face-to-face, take over your screen, click those buttons for you, get you unstuck if you're ever stuck. And our best resource is our Knowledge Center with thousands of articles and videos and tips and tricks, not just from us, but from our partners as well. With over 135 partners, they have all kinds of articles there. So you can search anything with just one click. And we have our Calvin AI built in with compliance for all the federal and state regulations, so you can get compliance answers instantly with our Calvin AI there. And the final category here, just some of the stuff we want to highlight. Doesn't necessarily fit in the other categories, but one of my favorite things, we love to close our DSCR business purpose loans in 44 total states. And we're only licensed in 23. So you see, you have an opportunity to expand your states without necessarily having to get more licenses, which is amazing. We have all kinds of different ways leads come in. Kyle will show you in a second, but it's a simple 50-50 split, no matter which way you take them. And we have our automated lead generation. Again, you can plug and play into generating more leads with social media, but you can also get paid lead plans, or if you're already paying for lead plans, import those with our Zapier API webhook. And you can click a button to refer a deal to a teammate at any time if you have a conflict of interest, or maybe you don't have the license in that state. Maybe you don't know how to do that loan. Click the button, refer that deal to your teammate, still make 75 basis points working with your teammate. Maybe you learn a new loan type and earn some great commission while you're doing it. And as Kyle mentioned before we started, today we do our annual retreat here in Miami with our VIP yacht party. So for any of our MLOs, we provide a hotel room as well. And we've had past speakers such as Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank and Marcus Lemonis from The Profit. So great opportunity to meet everybody face to face. Since we're all remote, we want to at least meet you guys once a year. And now let's get into the compensation plans. Zoom out a touch. And first, we'll talk about our newest plan, Broker Unlimited. So newest plan here that allows our team to use our technology in order to earn up to 100% commission. So we're on a 275 comp plan. So if you're charging the customer 275 and it's your own lead, that's 275 basis points for conventional non-QM. And if you take a company lead, that's a 50-50 split. So 137.5 basis points on company leads for conventional non-QM. We can broker with over 135 lenders and commercial partners. We have our technology you'll see here with Kyle's demo here for $299 a month. So you can keep 100% beyond that. You can use third-party processing. We have third-party processors plugged in. Again, we're on a 275 comp plan. That's lender or borrow paid. People always ask that. So you can earn 100% commission, no transaction fees. Just use the platform there. And again, you can always click that button to refer deals to our in-house team for some of our specialty stuff for 75 basis points. And you have unlimited access to all our company leads at a 50-50 split. And only brokers can change their comp plan, so that is available on that plan. And our correspondent loan officers. So those loan officers that need a little more support and want more flexibility and freedom can do our in-house correspondent, earn up to 200 basis points. That's standard 150 basis points on conventional non-QM. That's 1.5%. 75 basis points for any company leads. So that's 0.75%. And again, we can do non-del or brokered with 135 plus investors and lenders. So a little more flexibility there. No monthly fees, obviously, if you're in-house here. And you have in-house processing support, one-on-one mentorship, where you can work with somebody one-on-one to help disclose your file and structure your files. We have all our AI integrated to help you not only with the tips we mentioned earlier, but push your loan conditions start to finish, because once the conditions are in-house, we have our AI that kicks in. And we can originate in 21 additional states business purpose, as I mentioned before, because we are licensed in 23 states for primary homes. Access to unlimited leads at a 50-50 split, Kyle will show you here. And to get to the 200 basis points, 50 basis points bonus for any volume over 2 million for those rocking and rolling. So those are our two different comp plans there. So whichever one you're interested in, you can just click the button to get started. But let's pass it over to Kyle, who can show some of the backend systems and how this all works. So you ready, Kyle?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. And of course, when you come on board, we do trainings on all this kind of stuff. But just to show you a couple features here of our CRM. So of course, like any other CRM, you can take your notes and send your emails and send your texts all right here. But you can also click a button here to have our AI assistant send your texts and emails for you, craft them and send them for you there. You can set reminder tasks for yourself, of course. All your communication is here. With the client. And of course, you can put people on drip campaigns, action plans to, automatically email them and text them over time automatically. So all that kind of good stuff that most other CRMs do. But what really starts to set our system apart here is our quoting system. So if you'll see here with just a few pieces of info from the client, without needing to pull their credit or anything, within 2 minutes, you can click a button right here, pull all the pricing from our different outlets, choose the rates you want to show your client, And within 2 minutes, even a brand new loan officer, somebody just getting their license, this system is so simple for you to be able to send them a quote within minutes. That's a nice, pretty quote that looks like this, where they can see the rate choices. They can scroll over these things to see what they mean. They can see it pulls in the Google map automatically. I'm sorry, I didn't put an address in there. I forgot to. It pulls in the Google map automatically there of the address, and it will also pull in the Zestimate of the address. Sorry, I forgot to put the address there. It pulls in the proposed loan info. It does the monthly breakdown automatically of the taxes, insurance, all that, the lender fees, and then of course has you as here as the loan originator. And then you can also attach your realtor partners to this. So I put Jose. Jose is a realtor too, so I put him as the realtor on this just as an example, that you can attach your realtor, their pictures on there, their info. So your realtor partners absolutely love this, because they know when they send you a client, not only are you going to be able to quote them within minutes, but you're going to keep them in front of their client's face here and keep them informed on what's going on, saying, hey, we are your team that's pushing this deal across the finish line. Now, the coolest part about this is your client can then just click start my loan application. And what happens at that point is they go right into their borrower portal, where they can then start their 1003 right here in their portal. This is what it looks like when they log in there after they click start loan application. They can upload their documents securely that we're going to need. They're going to see their loan info here. They're going to see the milestone of where their loan is at, which of course updates automatically as you go through the loan process on your end. So they see this nice borrower portal. So they have one login where they can upload any documents we need, fill out the 1003, see their loan status, all that kind of good stuff. Now, once they've submitted their application here, let me show you what it looks like on your end really quickly. So you'll notice here the 1003 has been 100% submitted here. And again, this is our CRM. This is what you'll see on the back end. You'll see this application's been submitted. Now, what happens when applications are submitted is that we actually pull credit instantly and automatically, and we pay for the credit report up front. So your client doesn't have to put in their credit card. You don't have to put in, pay for it up front either, right? So we pay for it up front, and your client just gets to submit their loan application. So that way, when you come here on the back end and open up our Encompass API here to start originating the loan, not only is all the 1003 info already imported into here, but the credit is already pulled and imported into here. The liabilities are already imported into here. So you're just ready to originate the loan. Now, I do want to point out real quick, as Nick spoke about, the dual Oz here. A lot of places allow you to run dual automated underwriting now with the click of a button. However, we take it a step further and have our AI then analyze it for you and let you know which option may be best for that client. So definitely easy to take someone here. You see how we can take someone in our system from being just a name, email, phone number to communicating with them in our system, quoting them, gathering their 1003, their documents, pulling their credit, and then and originating the loan, running Oz, all of that. And then if we scroll down here, once we're in underwriting, the underwriter conditions come right here on this same screen for you, where you and your processor can then upload documents to fulfill them. You can dispute the conditions, all that kind of stuff. So it's all right here in the system. That's one login for you and one login for your client all the way through the loan process. So now let's talk about where these leads come from in the first place, the leads that we're providing you. As Nick said, we're from the marketing world, so we don't buy leads from third parties. We have our own marketing campaigns, our own ad campaigns. And what happens is when somebody clicks on our ad and double opts in to be contacted, you are sent a text message immediately so you can claim that lead. So I'm going to show you just a little screenshot of my test account here that I snapped. This is just within an hour, and you'll see all of these chances I got here for leads. Notice there's some regular purchase leads here. There's some business purpose, some foreign national DSCR. So all kinds of different leads coming in here to where I can grab these leads and call them instantly, right? We're going to get the text the moment that they double opt in to be contacted, and then we're going to call them right then. So we're always going to call them within 1 minute. Now, another way that we provide leads for you in our system here is through our auto dialer. So just like any other auto dialer, you can use our dialer to call 300-400 people in a day. If they don't answer, you can press one button to drop an automated text and email to them and move right on to the next call. So you can call hundreds of people in a day, dropping texts and emails, and we provide the leads in here for you. So you'll see there's always thousands of real opted in leads here for you to call that are loaded up into the auto dialer. So there's always calls to make. Now, another way that we provide you leads in our system here, or provide you a way to work leads in our system, is that you can purchase your own ad campaign. So if we come here to our ad campaign tab, those same ad campaigns that we run, that we've proven out, that we know work, if you want us to copy that campaign and you pay for it up front, then there is no 50-50 split on the back end, because these are your leads that you paid for, right? So I want to be clear, you don't have to do this. It's not required. We're going to give you leads for free all day at a 50-50 split. But if you want to increase your pipeline even more, and you want to increase your pipeline with leads that don't have the 50-50 split on the back end, you can have us just copy our campaigns, put your budget on it. Those leads go to you with no 50-50 split. Because again, we've proven these campaigns out. That is what we do. So we know it works. So if you want to get the leads up front, there's no split on the back end. So we also have that available for you. Now, another way we have available for you to work leads in our system is that you can import leads from anywhere else. Maybe you're already buying leads from Zillow or Free Rate Update or Lending Tree or something like that. Well, you can use the webhook we give you here, and we give you the instructions as well to be able to bring in those leads in real time. So when the lead comes in from, say you're buying them from Free Rate Update, it goes into our system immediately. So it's in your CRM. Our system sends you a notification so you can open the CRM, call them, quote them, everything like any other lead coming in instantly. So that way it's all connected, it's automatic, and it's instant. So regardless of where you're getting leads, they're all coming in the same way. So you see here, basically every way there is to work leads here, we provide that for you in our system. So now I want to go ahead and turn it over to Jose here. Jose is our Chief Sales Officer here with 29 years of experience as both a loan officer and a realtor. So we'll have him talk a little bit about how this kind of all comes together to close more loans and the support that we have here. And then we'll go ahead and open it up to questions. So go ahead, Jose.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar and joining the Mortgage Calculator. So you heard about the Great Leads program, unique to the industry. You're not going to get this type of opportunity to work leads at any other company. The technology, amazing. It will definitely help you ramp up your business. So it's just a matter of time. Loan applications are going to start pouring in. And you can rest assured that at the Mortgage Calculator, you have plenty of support. Besides all of the online support you have with our Knowledge Center, you have our live support Zoom room with our in-house processors in there that can assist you with procedural items. And with structuring, you have your team leader to help you structure your loans, or your mentors, excuse me, to help you structure your loans. And you have the live support Zoom room where you can come in and you can meet with me or whoever else may be in the live support room. But typically it's going to be myself from 2 to 6, Monday through Friday, to add that additional level of support and help you turn that difficult deal into a closed loan. We have done that many times. We've had MLOs come into the Zoom room with a new lead, just picked up a new lead, tough lead, denied somewhere else. They've come in with preconceived notions on what they were going to do, but after a thorough review in the live support Zoom room, we've been able to figure out the best path forward. And this, in one particular case, it was a P&L loan, profit and loss, instead of full doc or bank statement. She closed that loan after 3 or 4 structure meetings and it was a $1,056,000 loan, and she made about $16,000 first closing at the Mortgage Calculator, definitely not the last. And like that, we have continual structure assistance where the MLOs quickly are closing those loans. So definitely looking forward to helping you structure your loans. And as you do know, we do have the in-house processing, which is very important for our non-DEL loans where we are the lender. Only $495 for all loan types. That includes non-QM loans. For the wholesale channel, where we are the broker, you can do self-processing or you can use third-party processing to get those loans taken care of. So looking forward to having you at the Mortgage Calculator to help you structure your deals and get your loans closed.
All right, thank you, Jose. Let's go ahead and get into the next steps, and then let's go ahead and open it up to questions. So I'm going to share my screen here real quick. let's talk about the next steps. So you're going to go ahead and apply for the applicable plan here that you want to join on at themortgagecalculator.com/join. We'll put the link there in the chat. Themortgagecalculator.com/join is where you're going to go. Now, again, difference here. Broker Unlimited plan is typically for more experienced loan officers, but there's no minimum experience requirement. But typically, if you're more experienced, you're going to be a little bit more independent. Brokering loans, you're more so working with the lender that we're brokering the loan to, the account executive, right? So you're not going to have your one-on-one mentor because it's not needed and you're making 100% of the commission, right? So you're just a little bit more independent. You're making 100% commission, no transaction fees. The only thing you're paying here is a $2.99 a month tech fee because we're just providing the value of using the system and of course our licenses and all that kind of stuff. But the key here is that it's an amazing plan for those that are going to be closing loans, those maybe used to the broker world, coming from the broker world, or a little bit more independent. Now, everybody else here, maybe you're new, or maybe you're just getting your license, about to get your license, or maybe you just want a little bit more flexibility and support. This is probably more so the plan for you to be an in-house correspondent loan officer here. Again, you're going to have the in-house processing as support, a one-on-one mentor as some support, as well as, no monthly fees for the technology or in-house here, right? So that's the main difference there between the plans. Is this is a little more in-house, a little more support here. This is a little more independent, just using the system and closing loans. And then of course, if we still provide you leads as well. So at that point, we would take a percentage split here on the deal if we actually provide you the lead in the deal. But other than that, you're using the system, you're making 100% commission, you're just paying your tech fee for the system. But on this side, you're not paying monthly for the system because you're an in-house loan officer, in-house processing, one-on-one mentorship, and a little bit more integrated AI as well, right? Because it's integrated into our in-house loans a little bit more. So that's the main difference between the plans. So go ahead and sign up, themortgagecalculator.com/join. Now, if you are not licensed yet, if you don't have your license yet, that's fine. We can actually help you get licensed. You can go to themortgagecalculator.com/training. So what we do is we actually have a deal with a mortgage school. So you can get your 20 hours of required education that you need to take before your test. So we actually get a discount with that mortgage school. So if you go to mortgagecalculator.com/training, you can take the course. It's only $250 instead of $305, which is what the mortgage school charges for it. But we have a deal for our people. So it's only $250. So that includes the 20 hours of education you'll need to get your license. Then you'll take your test and then you can come on board. So if you're already licensed, you're going to join at themortgagecalculator.com/join. What's going to happen here is once you apply for this plan, it's going to take you to sign the initial compensation agreement. Now, don't worry, you don't have to sign it right then. It's also going to email you a copy as well, right? And so once you do sign that initial agreement, that is what will kick off the next steps. That's when we'll reach out to get your employment documents, to walk you through having us sponsor your license, all that kind of good stuff, right? So again, themortgagecalculator.com/join to sign up if you're already licensed. If you're not licensed yet, themortgagecalculator.com/training. That's going to get you licensed and then you can come on board. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and stop recording here and we will go ahead and get into the Q&A. So